So what is sidechain compression and why is it important? Well, basically what sidechain compression is, it's a way for a sample to duck another sample. So if you have two samples in the same frequency register, it's possible that they don't sound as good because they're getting in each other's way in terms of frequencies. Just take a quick listen to this sample and we just bring in a bass line here on the bottom. Doesn't sound bad, but it can sound better if there is a ducking of frequencies whenever that kick hits. In Ableton, every external VST has this thing called a sidechain, and it's defaulting to no input. But you can sidechain any signal you want. Whenever that signal comes in, it will duck that signal and it won't play it. We're not going to do that at the moment. We're going to try an internal audio effect called glue compressor, and this works really well with any compressor. So if you click on this little triangle here and click on sidechain, I'm going to sidechain that drum loop we've just heard against that bass. If you reduce the threshold, that will trigger the compression every time there's a signal from the external sidechain, and we can increase the makeup. Let's take a listen. So you can see here from this wand that it's having an effect every time there's a signal from this drum loop. However, not all of the signals you want, right? So you don't really want it to duck on the snare, you just want it to duck on the kick. So what we can do about that is we can just take the kick part of the loop, as you can see here from the MIDI clip, and press Ctrl L just to loop that part there. And we'll listen to it without the sidechain compression. And now with the sidechain compression. So it makes a real big difference. And it's not just using a compressor to help with sidechain compression. There are actually some products out in the market, and I like to use one called Kickstart 2, which kind of does it all for you. And what that means is it has kind of like LFO shapes that tell you when it's going to duck. And this can be really useful if you have a drum loop which has lots of information, snares and all sorts of stuff, but you just want it to duck on the kick. So for example, let's just take a listen how it defaults. And we can change the shape of the Kickstart 2 like this. We can even change the mix and the amount that comes through. And we can change the shape so it ducks at the beginning and plays the end. So there's quite a lot you can do with tools like this. So if you've got any more questions about sidechain compression, please shoot and I'll be happy to answer. Bye.